all going according to plan.
Oh, Dylan, what are you doing in my room?
I've been expecting you, Zach.
You've been expecting me? How'd you get in my house, let alone my room?
The time has come, Zach.
Why isn't my door opening? It doesn't even have a lock on it. How is it not opening?
It's time to review Series 11, Zach.
No. No. No! Just so you know, guys, I'm balancing my camera on a stack of books and DVDs. So if it falls, then I'm going to be losing out on £300. Right, Series
I'm also
11, Doctor Who, is what I'm searching up on Google because I've got the episodes.
It's porn.
Yeah, clearly Whovian porn right there, guys. So, welcome to Review in Space. This is the Series 11 review because I've put off this video long enough. And yes, we will include Resolution! I never thought I'd see the day I'd actually review Resolution. At the start of this year, I promised that I'd review Resolution.
Well, now it's the end of the year.
And now I'm finally reviewing it. So, episodes. Let's do it. Oh, Battle of Ranskoor Cav Rush! I love that episode! That's my favourite one ever! Sorry. We will take this seriously, I apologise. But Series 11 wasn't... Series 11 wasn't the best of seasons, let's be fair. But, nonetheless, we shall begin straight away with episode 1, The Woman Who Fell to Earth.
Quick disclaimer.
Yeah.
We're not sexist, we're just judgy.
Okay, yeah. This is one of the reasons why I haven't reviewed Series 11 so far, is because if I stated my true opinion about this series as a whole, I'd be called a sexist just because the Doctor in this series was a female. I have nothing against Jodie Whittaker. I think she's a decent enough actress to be playing the role. I just think that the episodes are piss poor in comparison to prior seasons. Just wanted that disclaimer out there. We're not sexist. We're just stating our honest opinion. If you don't like that, buzz off.
I'm not
Now
sexist,
disclaimer.
I'm just a bit slutty.
Speak for yourself. So, Woman Who Fell to Earth. Another disclaimer. I did review this over a year ago, so my opinion has not really changed. But if you want to watch that one and review it to this one, the link is in the description, maybe, if I remember to put it there. But anywho, what do you think of The Woman Who Fell to Earth? Like, as a whole? What? Actually, let's go with ratings with these episodes. What was your rating for this? And then we'll go through what we discuss.
Because I haven't seen season 11 in a while, because I hate it.
Yeah, this is just like a retrospective, like, what you remember kind of thing.
Maybe 7.5.
Okay. I'd give it a 4 or 5 out of 10.
Why?
Just because it seems unfocused, much like all of Series 11. It feels like there's no key. This is meant. So if you compare Woman Who Fell to Earth to The 11th Hour or Rose, those two are the pitches for Russell and Moffat to us about how their era is going to be. Rose is like a portrayal of how the character Rose is going to be and how the Ninth Doctor is portrayed as mysterious and he doesn't really know much. Then you skip ahead to Moffat's pitch to us about what his era is going to look like, The 11th Hour. Brilliant, you know? They're both brilliant stories. But then this is meant to be Chibnall's pitch to us on what his era is, and it just seems bland, just uninteresting.
It doesn't really introduce anything new to
Well, no, it does, but it does it very poorly. Like, you have... The only thing that I found interesting about this episode is the introduction to the sonic screwdriver, and that is a bad sign.
Yeah.
And even then, it's not really my favourite screwdriver design. It's okay, but it looks a bit phallic, to be honest. But, yeah, Woman Who Fell to Earth... So, like I say, very unfocused. It does not focus on the Doctor.
She only comes in at, like, 20 minutes.
20 to 25 minutes into the episode, she just falls through the roof of the train like nothing's happened, like she's been there the whole time. Which is a bit annoying. But anyway, I just feel that... I feel like episode 1 should be like, okay, here's the companions. This one's name is Graham, Yaz, and Ryan, and Grace, I suppose. But let's not look at them yet. Here's the Doctor. let's focus on her because this is meant to be her first episode, because that's the reason why everyone's watching this episode, to see how Jodie Whittaker will do. And it just seems uninterested in presenting anything interesting to us about Jodie Whittaker. It just throws her into the train cart and just expects her to be like every other Doctor. It's just not very...
She doesn't do anything that stands out, basically.
Whereas in the 11th hour, the 11th Doctor is trying to prove himself to Amy with that lovely scene at the, outside the car where he's like, look, I'm the Doctor. And then the bit where he's literally zapping the place for non-terrestrial technology, and then it blows up.
And the ending part where he's on the roof.
That's it. And then same with Rose when the Ninth Doctor stands up to the Nestene consciousness. I actually feel really bad for comparing The Woman Who Fell to Earth to Rose and the 11th Hour, but you should compare them because they are meant to be the same sort of stories, where the start of a Doctor's era, the start of a showrunner's era, and a reboot, a soft reboot, and it just seems very boring. Like it just seems like a run-of-the-mill, below-average episode to me, and it shouldn't feel like that. It should be defining Jodie Whittaker's era to come and
make her stand out from all the others, but it didn't.
Yeah,
it's kind of a letdown.
And as well as that, I feel like they should have addressed that she's a woman, but they should have addressed that she was a woman and then said, but it's nothing to worry about. There's nothing that should be important about it, but not addressing it.
I do like how they didn't really...
I get that, but I feel like if they addressed it, but kind of like passed it off as like, oh no, wait, no, she did. She said, sorry, 2 minutes ago I was a
Whitehead Scotsman.
Yeah, Whitehead Scotsman, but I don't know. I just feel like just brushing it off and not even addressing it feels a bit lazy, a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this whole episode was a bit lazy. Chris Chibnall should have really focused more. This was a really important episode to do, and he just kind of threw a script together last minute. It feels like
the side plots as well. Because you know how when Tim Shaw came down and then his pod was taken by the bigger guy, I was like, oh, what did you do with my sister? That whole
that kind of all fell flat. Yeah, that kind of
ended up with nothing.
It fell flat and just led to nothing really. I do, however, feel the only character I feel got any good treatment in this episode was Ryan.
Man.
Huh?
Salad Man.
Salad Man. You can't forget Salad Man. No, in all seriousness, I think Ryan was the only one who kind of got any decent character development in this episode, which isn't really good. I really feel like they should have. Most of the series, Ryan was the only one that was developed at all. Well, no, Graham. Graham were brilliant. Graham was brilliant towards the end. I love Bradley Walsh, but anyway, Woman Who Fell to Earth, just uninteresting, unfocused, and just very unengaging. Actually, I just feel like genuinely it really fell flat. Really not fond of this one, and that's the thing, because I was really looking forward to it because because we have new composer. God bless Murray Gold. Wish we had Murray Gold after this series. I really wish we did have Murray Gold still, but I just don't like it. I really don't like it.
Yeah.
No, I really don't. So yeah, I gave it a 4. I'm giving it a solid 4 after that. Yeah. You got anything else to say, or do you want to just move on to Ghost?
Nothing really much to say.
Okay. Yeah. Ghost Monument. What do you think of that one? Last time we spoke about it, you were quite fond of it.
I quite liked it.
Okay.
I'll give it an 8.
Okay.
So that's kind of like my average. 7 and 8 is kind of my average.
Okay.
But I quite like the world building they did and the desolation. I like the unique storytelling of it, where they have to help in a race to get.
I liked the intergalactic race that was going on. I liked the world building. I didn't like that it had no clear threat or monster. It was just kind of like a big obstacle course.
Yeah.
Didn't like that. And much like in terms of character writing, just as weak as Woman Who Fell to Earth for me. Except for the races, they were good enough, I suppose, but you didn't really learn anything about them.
I like what was her name? The girl racer. I like the dynamic she had with the guy racer.
Yes, that was alright. I didn't mind that. That was alright.
That wasn't a good conclusion for.
But no, wasn't a good conclusion. So I'm giving it a 5. Did not enjoy Ghost Monument that much either. Really bad start to the series for me. I really disliked Woman Who Fell to Earth, and Ghost Monument was nothing really good at all. I am glad that the timeless child crap didn't come up again, because otherwise it's just another bad wolf kind of crap. Yeah, but they shouldn't have said it to begin with. Huh?
They shouldn't have said it to begin with.
No, they shouldn't have said it to begin with. It just seems very
I think if
Yeah, unforgiving.
the rag things, I can't remember what they're called.
I don't know,
appeared more,
the flying paper tails, yeah.
I feel like if they appeared more in the episode, it would have been made it a bit better. Because I quite liked them in there.
It's a good concept of a monster, I suppose. It's new. It's different. I just feel like it's a bit lazy of them to say, oh, what could be a new threatening monster? Paper towels that fly. Genius! But no, they could have been worse, I suppose.
Yeah.
But no, I feel robbed for these first 2 episodes. I genuinely feel like they were being lazy. I really feel like they could have done better, in my opinion. I'm not saying my word is gospel because I'm fucking 19 years old and I don't know any better than all these writers, but I didn't enjoy it. I know that much. Speaking of which, what did you think of the Ghost Monument, the interior? Love the exterior.
I'm not a fan of the interior.
I love the exterior.
Yeah, because
the
it's
exterior,
more classic.
it's more classic. I love the shade of blue. I love everything about it. It's probably one of the best exteriors
I don't
that
like
we've
the
got.
interior.
I like the roundels, the steel, circular cog kind of roundels.
It's just
that we have.
too cold. It's too dark.
No. The atmosphere is very bleak. They've vamped it up and kind of tried to. I hate the crystally sort of theme they've got going on.
I don't mind it.
I like the orange colouring for it, but it didn't make it feel warm. It just made it feel spacey, wacy, in the words of the 11th Doctor. Spacey, wacy. But no, I definitely feel like the design did let it go. But I don't like the interior that much. There are bits that I don't mind, like but no, the roundels are okay. The exterior is very nice, actually.
The custard cream dispenser.
What a lovely addition. But no, yeah, Ghost Monument wasn't a good story. I really didn't like that one either. What about Rosa? Because that was a very, very popular one among release.
Again,
Because there's a couple things that I would change with it, but apart from that, I would give it an 8. It was the strongest one so far.
I would probably give it like a 7.5
Okay.
to an 8.
Okay.
Same reasons as the other ones, really, but my main thing is probably the same as yours. The bad guy.
The space racist.
Not gonna lie, I did like him as a character. I liked his, like...
What, I hate black
backstory.
people character, you mean?
No! His, like, backstory,
I'm
he's
joking.
a storm cage. I kind of like
His
that.
backstory's good, doesn't mean that his character's good.
He's not a good person. I'm not condoning his ways, but I liked his inclusion, even if it wasn't done perfectly well, because how they defeated him was bad. They didn't give him a proper motivation, but I liked his character and the way he was written.
Okay. I'm the opposite. I feel like the only things I would change is get rid of the space racist and make it a pure historical, and have the person that's trying to sabotage Rosa be someone of that time period who is in rivalry with Martin Luther.
Yeah.
Because that way it's a pure historical, which adds a lot of value for me personally. I love pure historicals like Romans, Aztecs, the bloody myth makers. I love the myth makers. Having a pure historical again would be lovely. So getting rid of the space racist and putting in a Martin Luther rival to sabotage Rosa's somehow, I don't know, somehow they'd think, oh, let's make sure that Rosa never does that. I don't know. I just feel like it would be much better that way if they did something like that rather than just some time traveller who knows the future. It just seems very lazy to me.
I did like how
the Doctor was stronger in this story, I must admit. The scene where she's standing up to the space racist could have been worse. I do feel like it could have been something if her acting was a bit stronger. A bit stronger, yeah, just a tiny bit stronger. But no, yeah, Rosa, again, I'm giving an 8. Was the best one of the 3 so far. Definitely a step up. But yeah, anything else to say for it, or you want to move on?
I liked how far they pushed it, to be honest, with the portrayal of racism in the episode.
Yeah, no. I love how they didn't really hold back with that. When Ryan got backhanded at the start of the episode, that was a really strong moment. I'm really... A round of applause for that moment. I'm actually really... One of the best moments in this series, actually. In Series 11. I love how well handled it was as well. Not in poor taste, just enough to say, look, we're not going to shy away from what actually happened in that time period in America. Which I do applaud, actually. So, yeah.
And the bit at the diner. when you could tell how awkward it was.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
But I like the way Ryan handled it.
Yeah, no, 100%. I feel like Ryan's character was written very well in this episode. Ryan's character seems to get the best treatment. Poor Doctor and Graham and Yaz. Yaz is just completely just shafted. Her writing is just absolutely rubbish. Yaz, poor Yaz. Hopefully she gets better in Series 12. But arachnids in the UK, I'm told you were not fond. Drinks tea. I mean juice. No, I didn't mind arachnids. I'm giving it... I did enjoy it too. Looking back, I did give it too high of a rating. I gave it an 8. But now I'm giving it a 6. Maybe 6.5 pushing it. Just because more enjoyable than Woman Who Fell to Earth and more enjoyable than Ghost Monument. But not as enjoyable as Rosa. That's where it is for me. So 6.5 maybe.
I'm giving it a 4.
Right.
The only thing I liked about it was the spider CGI.
Okay.
Hate the writing.
Right.
Hate the characters.
Okay.
Hate the acting.
Right.
Hate the fucking Stormzy.
The what?
How, I don't know who it was. The rap music. Where he got the...
Oh, yeah, no,
hate
music.
that.
No, yeah,
hate
no,
the
bad.
villain, how he just wandered off. Hate the plot holes. Hate how they just left the cause.
Trump wannabe. Didn't like that. Trump wannabe was very, very
and they
bad.
didn't even
very,
stop the spiders. So there's still like pollution underneath the hotel and
Yeah,
stuff.
they didn't really solve the issue.
So, no.
Didn't enjoy it.
No.
Alright. That's fair enough. I don't mind it, just for the...
Oh, also, it's supposed to be a Yaz episode.
Yeah,
She
didn't
got what, like 2 lines?
I do love the investigation side of it, where the Doctor is searching through people's apartments for the spiders, and then she sees a giant one under the bed and it's killed someone. Then I also love the swarm of spiders in the foyer of that big building, and I love how they're all swarming down each wall of the corridors. That's really creepy.
Oh, nice.
It's almost like a Base Under Siege it becomes. That's why I enjoyed it mostly, because I do love a good Base Under Siege story. That's the only reason, is the investigation. I feel like the Doctor's got the best treatment in this one. This is her strongest one in terms of writing, at least. She had the most Doctor-esque scenes where she's running away from monsters and she's investigating a death in a flat. It just feels very Doctor-y to me.
I'm gonna put this out. She's happy with locking all the spiders away to starve in a safe.
Yeah.
But if someone shoots a spider, that's where she draws the line.
Yeah, I will admit that. That's some stupid writing there. I just feel like I feel like I'm rating it on enjoyment-wise, and therefore I enjoyed it relatively. I feel like it's relatively enjoyable. I do see the flaws though with it. It's definitely not a strong story. The next one is probably the weakest so far, the Ferengi Conundrum. This time last year I was not able to pronounce... Ferengi. Yeah, I'm still not able to pronounce it. Terrible story. Absolutely terrible. I can't remember that much about it. It was just forgettable, and the monster was a bit silly. It wasn't really in my taste, personally. I'm giving it a 3.
Probably gonna go like a 2 or a 1.
2 or a 1.
Can't.
Not a very popular one.
Nothing redeemable about it. Nothing at all. The
one in the space hospital, right?
Yeah. The way they got into the situation. Oh, I'm just gonna step on this mine. Okay.
Yeah.
Side characters, the bad guy, fucking Pating, you know.
The
deadliest creature in
name.
the universe. Oh, I thought the Daleks were. Oh, the Cybermen. Oh, the Sontarans. Oh, fucking Pating, a little short little fella. Fucking pregnant man. Fucking cyborg baby. I can't even.
It was a pretty abysmal episode, I will admit.
Bland set design.
Yeah, I didn't like the set either. It's very unengaging.
Didn't even stop the thing. They just kind of shoved it out of the airlock, which they could have done. Too many characters that with not enough to do. Like fucking pregnant man. Oh, I'm just here to be pregnant.
That was literally his role.
The cyborg guy didn't do anything, even though he could have like handled the Pating. Because
though I definitely feel the casting of that episode and in general of the TARDIS team in Series 11 definitely a box ticking series, isn't it?
What do you mean?
A black man, older fella, female doctor, Yaz, who I forgot, Pakistani.
Yeah.
And then obviously you have pregnant man, to tick the boxes of men can be pregnant too, and it's like
I mean, Meg.
just be Doctor Who. Stop ticking boxes to appease all of the fucking snowflakes in the world. Just be Doctor Who.
Again, not sexist, racist, or any of that.
No,
just judgy.
It just doesn't feel like Doctor Who. That episode especially just feels like
PC.
a bit. Not I hate to say the word PC, but it's PC. Episode. I'm gonna search up what episode 6 was.
I think it's the.
I shall check. It's not Demons, is it?
I think that is Demons.
Punjab.
Yeah, Demons of the Punjab, I think.
Hold on. I shall check. Rosa, Arachnids, Taranga. Yeah, Punjab. I loved this one. I personally really enjoyed it. I'm giving. I'd say it's 8.5. I really enjoyed it, actually. I feel like the only thing I didn't like is it seems very, very like misleading. The demons are set up to be these new monsters, and they're just there to watch people die, which is a big anticlimax. I'd prefer it, much like Rosa,
to be a pure historical.
If it was a pure historical and just had the conflict be between the whole Pakistani border or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I've forgotten where it was. I apologise. Partition of India. Yeah. I wish that was the main conflict and it wasn't this sci-fi crap. Like, Chibnall just can't really commit to one or the other, so he just tries and compromises and say, oh, the demons, they're killing people, that's why this person was dead on the floor. No, the demons were there at the scene when he was dying because that's their job, that's what they do, they watch people die so they're not alone. It's a cool concept, but don't trick us into thinking that it's like a new monster that the Doctor has got to run down corridors away from. Especially the spaceship bit, it feels a very, very clashing with the scenes in Pakistan and all that, India. Yeah, I just feel like it's very, very safe of him to be like, oh, it's about India and Pakistan, and it's got some real political views on it, and it's got these real life issues that happened in the past. It's historical, but there's also aliens. Don't worry, it's still Doctor Who. It's like, just commit, please commit. Doctor Who has had historical stories before. Just commit to it, please. Don't throw a space racist in or some alien demons just to appease all the fans. Commit. If you want to write a historical story about India, fucking do it, please. Because Demons of Punjab could have been it would have been a 9 if they just got rid of the demons. I really would have enjoyed it a lot more because the stuff with this is Yaz's best episode. I think in general, she doesn't get much, but I just feel like the way that it affected her in her last scene at the end of the episode just was so powerful. And the bit where, was it her dad that got shot at the end of the episode? I believe so.
Almost grandfather?
Almost grandfather, okay. Yeah, no, it was, wasn't it? It was just so powerful. I wish they committed to just what they had with India and Pakistan and kind of like put more of the creative juices into that part of the story, because it would have made it so much more meaningful. Whereas now you look back at the stories, oh, it's one of those demons that watch people die. It's like, no, it's about the divide between India and Pakistan and how it affected Yaz's family. That's what it. Just like Rosa, I wish they just committed to doing a pure historical. It would have been so much more powerful. But all the same, my rant out of the way, Punjab was enjoyable. I really enjoyed it. I just wish they didn't have to compromise and throw in some sci-fi gobbledygook just to make it look more like Doctor Who. Doctor Who's a time-travelling show. It doesn't have to have aliens in it all the time, right? It originally was a time travel show so that it could be more educational about the Romans and the Aztecs and stuff, you know? And Marco Polo. But yeah, I just feel like they should have committed. Anyway, rant over. I'm give Demons of Punjab an 8.5. Would have got a 9 or even maybe a 10, depending on how they did it without the demons.
I give it an 8.
Okay.
Would have been higher, same reasons as you. The demons and Yaz.
Yeah.
Yaz didn't do anything.
Yeah. Okay, this is where the series actually picks up a bit with demons, because we get Kablam.
Kablam was my favourite.
Was it?
It was between Kablam and Witchfinders, which was my favourite.
Yeah,
I love
same
Kablam.
Here.
I like the setting.
I feel like Kablam, it definitely looks the cheapest of them all, because you know that, especially the bit in the car park where it's supposed to be like the back end of the factory, and it's literally a car park with that little room where that person's love interest got blew up in when he was popping the bubble. I was definitely in a car park, just outside a car park. All the same, enjoyable with what they had. Underused celebrity guest. I've forgotten his name.
Lee Mack.
Yeah, I believe so. But no.
Bad villain.
Bad villain. Bad villain.
With a
A
bad
waste of a celebrity guest.
But
Those
other
are
than
my two.
that-
Those are my two main complaints. Other than that, genuinely,
I liked it.
kind of an enjoyable story. I'm
I
giving
like
it.
the side character.
I'm giving it a 7, maybe a 7.5. Rather enjoyable. A well done story. Just, I feel like the reason why it's not getting higher than a 7 is because the villain is half of the story, is what they say, isn't it?
That's like the whole series running thing with the bad villain.
Bad villains. Bad villains
I'll
nearly
give it
all
like
the time.
7.5, 8 maybe.
Yeah.
8 at max. Yeah.
I definitely feel like most of Series 11, this is a recurring theme. Each of the episodes seem very unfocused as to who the villain is. Like, even with Arachnids, it's like, it's the spiders, but it's also pollution, but it's also this fake Trump person. In the Rosa, it's like, who is the real villain? Is it the racist society, or is it the space racist, or what? You know, it just feels very unfocused. And as well as that, with like Ghost Monument with the
Every
towel
bad
people,
guy is a human.
it just feels a bit feels very lazy with how they need to commit to good villains. That's what they're missing out on at the moment. But I'm giving Kablam a 7 because it was kind of enjoyable. I did kind of enjoy it. It was a decent one, half decent. Witchfinders, my favourite of Series 11, except for a Resolution, but that's not part of Series 11, is it? But we'll review Resolution because I'm supposed to at this point. So Witchfinders, what do you think of that one?
8.5.
I'm giving it an 8.5 as well. Probably the strongest of Series 11.
I think this one has the best villain of the series.
Yes, I will agree with that. That's why I
do like
enjoyed.
Control, but
I love the mud zombie
the more
idea that they had. Oh my god, I was actually when they're in the house and they're hiding from them as they're wandering through the house, and there's that, I've forgotten who it was, but Yaz or Ryan was hiding behind the door, and you saw those zombies wander through.
The design was creepy.
Just seeing that moment, I'm like, this is Doctor Who. I'm watching Doctor Who finally, because sometimes you just watch it and you just don't feel like you're watching Doctor Who. That's when it clicks like, this
one
is
was
Doctor
more
Who.
focused.
Huh?
This one has way more focus.
And it definitely feels like they were trying with this one, because you have the bits of the zombies chasing after people. It just felt more like Doctor Who to me. And we got the 11th Doctor's first defining moment, in my opinion, where she's hung up. Huh? Oh, 13th, sorry. Where she's hung up at the stake and she's like tied up and stuff, and she's talking to the King
James. Yeah.
King James. Yeah.
I think it was a good.
I feel like King James as PC and as
Maybe a bit too calm.
check boxing as it is. I do kind of enjoy King James and Ryan's.
It was funny,
bromance.
yeah.
It was very, very funny.
But maybe a bit too calm.
Maybe a bit too on the nose as well.
Yeah.
A bit too on the nose with it. They should have been a bit more subtle. That's where Russell's era was very good, is it had much more subtlety to all of these sort of underlying themes of like adult jokes and all this. But all the same, Witchfinder's an extremely strong story. I really enjoyed it. I really did. I feel like they did very well with this one. I feel this is a standout in the series. 8.5. It Takes You Away, the frog one.
Oh, it had so much potential.
It did have so much potential.
But then it kind
I feel like the ending of it is reminiscent of a Pertwee ending with a frog and the Doctor in a space of just whiteness, just nothing.
I hate that so much.
It feels like Pertwee in a way,
Fucking
at least to me.
frog. What I liked about this episode, the whole bit where in the interzone, where they're in the
Yeah,
darkness
that
with
was good.
The guide, I loved that bit.
Yeah, that was good.
They were gonna add more stuff to it as well. They were gonna have like a alien with like a snoot. It looked cool. There's like pictures of it.
Oh, okay.
It looked like a Dementor, but with like a long mouth.
Oh, that's really cool.
I like the moths. I hated that blind girl. She pissed me off.
Do you hate blind girls in general?
I pushed them into the road, yeah.
Oh,
'Cause they can't see
that
me.
makes much more sense now.
Didn't like the dad. Didn't like the fucking frog thing. Hated that whole concept. Oh, it's just a universe that wants to be friends with us. Oh, look at that as a bad guy for Doctor Who. He just wants love. Oh, it's so cute. I don't like it.
Okay.
It could have been a nice horror story, but then they turned it into this cheesy fucking mess.
The vibe was actually, the atmosphere was really good at first.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it at first because it was like, oh, creepy, desolate woods area with a camp.
Could have been a nice horror story.
Yeah, it would have been really, really creepy. And with the mirrors, I was really intrigued. And when it went into a different in-between world kind of weird place, really, really good potential. I had a really, really good start to it. And even the concept of there being people who are dead, like lost loved ones in a parallel like mirror thingy-mabob, was a really good concept, but it kind of fell flat a tiny bit with the frog.
Make it a bit more sinister. Don't make it all lovey-dovey and wholesome. I hate that wholesome crap.
No one likes happiness in Doctor
I hate
Who.
happiness.
I know.
Why I push
Yeah,
blind
I feel
people.
like it takes you away is where the series 11 kind of starts to nosedive, I feel like, personally. Because it's half decent, and I'd give it like a 6. Definitely stronger than Arachnids, definitely stronger than Sarangi Conundrum. Not quite as good as like Demons of Punjab and like Witchfinders and that, and Kablam. But it's okay. It's like watchable in my opinion. It isn't as bad as people say, but I do feel like it doesn't deserve. You know, it does deserve most of the hate that it gets, because it does kind of fall flat with like the anti-climax at the end. So we're giving it like a 5.5, 6 maybe at most.
Yeah, I'll probably give it a 5.
Okay. And then we have the Battle of Ranskor Av Koros. Okay, so no resolution. Yeah,
I don't mind it.
you fucking...
It wasn't good.
You fucking what?
It wasn't good.
You fucking what? You fucking what? You fucking what? You fucking what?
Should have had a battle. Didn't have a battle.
The battle without a battle.
And there's a lot of...
Graham was good in it.
Graham was
Graham
good.
was brilliant in it.
Again, yeah, doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I like Tim Shaw.
Tim Shaw.
I liked him in the story. I liked his like foreboding presence. Like when the Doctor was running and he had this voiceover part, I really enjoyed that part. I was like, yeah,
Okay.
I can get into that.
Okay.
A lot of plot holes. How they forget about the whole mind thing the planet does.
Okay. Didn't enjoy it. Probably giving it a 4. Very unenjoyable. There we had like a guest star as well. We had another celeb.
Maybe.
As like
I don't know him.
one of the people who took them to the ship, isn't it? Or to that place. I don't fucking know. I hate it, man. I really hate it. Like a 4.5 at most. I hate it. Hate Battle of Ranskor. But yeah. What are you giving it?
7? 6?
Oh,
and
so
a half?
generous.
6.5.
That's so generous, though. But no, yeah, that was that. So, just to wash out the bad taste in my mouth, let's review Resolution.
Yeah. Resolution.
You don't speak his name in my house. But no.
His?
Oh. Resolution. Fucking great. Fucking great. On watch, I all the way through I was like, this is Doctor Who. This is Doctor Who.
One of my favourite
This is Doctor
Dalek
Who.
stories, actually.
Same. Unironically, one of my, and this is up against like Remembrance and Genesis and that lot, and Dalek. It's set in from 2005.
I like the guest cast.
I just
though-
love how simple it is. Just one Dalek on Earth on the loose with
Not
just,
even in its casing for most of it.
no,
Which
and
I like.
and it's just so fucking good. And I love when they take risks. This is why the Moffat era, although it's controversial, at least he took risks. Like Hellbent, you can say what you want about Hellbent being shit. At least he took risks with it and said, "Oh, apart from the whole hybrid story, we'll let that slide." Hybrid.
Not again.
No, I just feel like Resolution was just so innovative. It was just so there was so much risk taking to it. It was just
Completely new thing for a Dalek. Really.
it was. They were like, okay, so we have one Dalek. What can we possibly do that's new for the Daleks? Because we've had so many Dalek stories. What if we have an episode where the Dalek is not in its casing? Fucking genius! Like for the most of it, he's still a killing machine and he doesn't even need his casing.
Mm.
Like I love that. Like there's something so good. And it's one of the first times that we see a death on screen in Doctor Who from a Dalek. Because the last time we had a death, a Dalek killing someone on screen was Victory of the Daleks, nearly 10 years before. Like 8 years. Victory of the Daleks being in 2010.
I was going to go into the Dalek.
Into the Dalek. No, a Dalek killing Daleks. Not the same thing.
Doesn't he not kill people?
No.
Yeah, he kill
No,
people.
No,
Yeah.
no, they don't. No, I don't think he does.
Yeah.
No, I really don't think so.
Yeah.
No, I don't. No, I don't think so.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no,
Yes. Yes.
no,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no, no, no,
Yes.
no, 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 no,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no, 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 no,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no, no, no,
Yes.
no. So resolution.
Yes.
Yes.
Aha.
So yeah, I loved it. 9 out of 10. Brilliant story.
One or two. I have a couple complaints.
Okay.
I feel like it was a bit overcrowded. The Ryan's dad thing.
Oh no, I completely forgot about that. It feels like a completely
I feel
different thing.
it should have waited
No.
until series 12.
Yeah, no. Ryan's dad. Either, this is my only complaint. Either you have Ryan's dad in there and keep the Ryan's dad scenes in, and then when Ryan has got a Dalek attached to him, Ryan's dad dies. That would have been so powerful, and it would give meaning to all those scenes in the cafe that we had to watch through to get to the good bits with the Dalek. Would have given them so much more meaning in the episode, and it actually would have made it probably a 10 out of 10 story for me if they killed off Ryan's dad. Would have been so powerful. Also, either that or kill off Graham. They should have killed off one of the companions.
Because Graham was done. Graham's story is done.
Yeah, because he'd had a redemption arc and he was like, oh, I'm going to kill Tim Shaw. Wait, I'm not going to.
I'm
the
going
end.
to short him kill.
Yes.
My other complaint was that one joke that shouldn't have been happening.
What?
Hello, get me cake stir from Unit. Oh, I'm sorry, Unit has been temporarily suspended.
And what about that bit where they're like, oh no, the television's gone down. So what are we gonna do?
Guess we're gonna have
to
a
talk.
conversation.
What? It's just so heavy-handedly just
Very
bad.
stupid.
Just forced humour. It
Shouldn't
wasn't
have done
good.
it. Doesn't add.
Very
not
doesn't add
funny.
anything to the story. So get rid of that. I feel like if they're gonna kill off Unit, there has to be something behind it.
Brexit.
I know that, but you've got to have like a whole thing in Series 12 where the Doctor's either discovering how Unit was actually taken down or how the Doctor's going to bring Unit back in Series 12. That's the only way that scene in Resolution was going to be redeemed, in my opinion. Just because it's just such a waste. How can you kill off Unit, who's been part of the show longer than Jodie Whittaker, longer than Chris Chibnall, longer than anyone? Unit has been an underlying part of Doctor Who
Apparently
since...
they're bringing it back for a new series.
Who?
Kate Osgood.
For a new series? Really?
For series
Series 12?
That's what I've been hearing.
Osgood and Kate. Okay, I'm happy.
Because I
I'm
heard
happy.
something about Kate coming back.
Okay, it'd be good to have Kate back. I'd love that if Kate came back.
I just want more of a relationship like Free and Brig, but with Doctor and Kate. No.
Yeah? No, that'd be brilliant. I'd absolutely love that. But yeah, Resolution, brilliant. Absolutely love it. Every single bit of it, except for the Ryan's dad stuff. That could have definitely been skipped.
I love the bit where the Dalek takes on the army.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, with the tank and everything. I love that too. Definitely, yeah. Before we go, we're going to have a quick look at the Series 12 and the predictions, I suppose.
Some of the episodes are just rumoured, by the way. The titles.
Oh, okay.
Like the Cybermen one, that's rumoured. The title was like Cyberstein.
Right, okay. Well, we've got the Mary Shelley one, that's the one you mean, right?
Yeah.
Then we've got the Spyfall one with Stephen Fry. Actually really looking forward to that.
Like
I feel
MI5, and apparently, again,
I'm
rumour, that's
kind of
going to
looking-
replace Unit.
Fuck off. That No. Don't you dare do that.
It's rumoured.
Don't you dare do that, Chibnall. Please do not. Don't replace Unit. Just bring Unit back, please. I swear to God.
I think episode 5 is the political climate change one.
Right. That could be good if
I
they
think
do it.
episode
If they do
5
it. If they do it well.
Episode 6, June.
Good.
Cybermen is season final.
Ooh. Well, no. Because they've got. What's rumoured is we have 2 separate stories with the Cybermen. We have the Frankenstein Cyberman one, then we have like a 2-part finale of the Cybermen. Am I right in thinking that, or am I completely
I
wrong?
think you're wrong.
Okay. Well, I'm excited for the Mary Shelley one with
Apparently,
the Cybermen.
Daleks is going to be in the special.
Ooh, okay, right. Well, that's cool. I have high hopes for the Spyfall one, but I'm hoping that they don't replace Unit in it. Otherwise, I'll be very upset. I'll be very upset otherwise. But no, yeah. Stephen Fry's in it. Already said that. I hope that Yaz gets more time because that's one of the weakest parts of Series 11. And the Doctor needs to be challenged. That's what I was going to say. The Doctor needs to have some moment, either where she's facing off with the Cyberman and she has this moment where it's like, I thought I finally got rid of the Cybermen, and here you are back again, you know, like...
Hello, Doctor!
Nice to see you again. But no, I just feel like the Doctor needs to lose her shit, and she needs
to have a proper threat.
Yeah, and she needs to be challenged, like I say,
That's why they need to bring back a certain character for Series 12. A certain character with a goatee.
Yes. That's the thing, because every Doctor has had, like, the penny drop, and they've all, like, lost their shit over something that's been traumatic. So, like I feel like the 9th Doctor had that with the Time War, so I feel like the 9th Doctor doesn't need it. And besides,
11 had Transalore.
Yeah, 11 had Transalore. But I mean, near the start of their era, they all had it. So, like, I don't know. I just feel like they have, like, a defining moment early in their era where they lose their shit over something that really traumatizes them.
I guess she had it with the Dalek, be like, oh, I've always thought I'm rid of them.
But no, it just doesn't feel... It felt half-handed to me with Resolution. I feel like now's her chance to do it with the Mary Shelley Cyberman one. Otherwise, it's kind of too little,
I'm
too
looking forward
late.
to that, even though they're probably going to rip off Big Finish.
With Silver Turk, right? Yeah.
Because that was a great story.
Yeah. Anyway, that'll do it for Review in Space Series 11. Those are our thoughts. You can hate us if you want. You can send all your death threats in the comments below if you wish.
And please give at comic_who.
Oh yeah, yeah. He does some mostly Doctor Who.
I do New Who. I do Classic Who. I do Big Finish. I do spin-offs.
Yeah, he's done a couple Sarah Jane and Torchwood.
And Class. And
yeah, against his own will, did Class with a gun to his head. But no, yeah, nearly every day you do Doctor Who.
I try and get as many as I can out.
Okay. You try to do it daily, so I try. Just expect daily reviews. If they're mostly Doctor Who. So what was the at comic_who?
Comic_who_reviews.
Cool.
My next review is a Torchwood review.
Oh yeah. Well, it'll probably be out by now because this won't come out for another month.
Yeah, it's gonna be out by now. But if it's interesting, it is.
He reviews Doctor Who. There's no reason why you shouldn't go check. Give it a look.
DC and Marvel.
Yeah, he does comics as well as Doctor Who. But yeah, that'll do it. I hope you enjoyed this review, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
That's all for this time. If you please enjoyed this video, please like and comment, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye. Goodbye. I want to drop my phone. Don't know why, but that reminds me of the weirdly walking Cyberman in Doctor Falls, where the Cyberman goes.
Look at me, I have groove.
Yeah, love it. Who said that?